Hello everybody, my name is Baylor Bannis and welcome to the B&B Tavern's Crew Show Tavern Talk, where we take extraordinary people to take unextraordinary amount of time to make extraordinary imaginary characters that they will maybe play one day. I am with one of the most amazing people this week. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Oh, well, thank you. I am honored that you think I'm one of the most amazing people, but
It's just stating
I'm
fact.
actually really just a huge nerd.
Which makes you even more amazing. Nerds are awesome. Well, I mean, who are you, amazing person nerd?
So, I guess for those who don't know, my name is Kira. I'm a voice actress, cosplayer, rock and roll fan, cat lady, whatever. Lots of different things. But if you came here, you are probably like 90% chance here because I play 2B in Nier Automata. So there you go.
And would you like to state any previous credits you've had in the past?
Sure, of stuff that listeners might be familiar with, I'm Edna in Tales of Hysteria, I'm Sayonji in Danganronpa 2, and the related anime for that as well. I'm Honoka in Dead or Alive Last Round, Umi in Love Live, Erika in Fire Emblem Heroes, and some other stuff, but I feel like those are probably the ones that people would know.
There's a lot of credits on there if you go check her out on her website. It's quite an impressive resume, I must say.
I have to update it. I haven't added new stuff to it in a long time.
Oh man, I bet it's going to explode and there's going to be like 15 pages worth of credits. Goodness gracious. Definitely go check her out and a lot of her work. So apart from that new project that you just recently said, are there any other projects you would like to say that you've been working on as well?
Well, Fire Emblem Heroes is actually pretty recent too, because as soon as my character came out for that, the game's been out for a little while, but my character was released kind of recently. So as soon as I posted about that, people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're like moving up," and I was like, "Oh, you have no idea," because I couldn't talk about Nier at the time, but now I can. So there's that. But yeah, I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes myself as well. So someone was kind enough to roll me an account with my characters, so I've been using that. I'm also Trucy Wright in Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and
What?
I can't believe I forgot to mention that one because that's one of my favorite franchises of all time. So.
Hey! We have Apollo Justice and Brewbusters, Orion Akaba.
Nice!
Yeah.
I want to meet him in person. He always seemed real cool.
Oh, he's such an awesome guy. And check out Brewbusters with Orion Akabra every Friday on his Twitch. We do a big old D&D show on there with Corinna. It's really fun. But speaking of D&D and whatnot, you're here for what may be your first technical full experience of making a character and whatnot in D&D 5th edition. Am I correct?
Yeah, I do have some friends back home who are really into D&D, and they tried to sort of teach me how to play, and, we were doing, like, the rolling the dice and everything, and it was still kind of confusing to me, but I tried my best.
Totally understandable, and we respect that. Sometimes the math of D&D can be very confusing because you don't know what to add and when to add it when or subtract it. But fortunately, we're here. We're going to be your fairy godmother of D&D, all things considered, and help you create a character and have the time of your life doing it. So that way you can all show off your friends and say, "Look how cool I am and how I can kill you awesomely." So, with that, we're going to go over a series of questions, and basically we're going to be like a 20Q. I have my player's handbook with me, and if you have any questions about any specific thing that rings to your ear like an awesome concept, you just go ahead and ask, and we'll give you the full information and everything. Because we do this way, because there's different subgroups within groups of things, so we have to be sort of specific.
Yeah, I think the whole all the stats and stuff were what kind of confused me.
We can definitely try to simplify that. We do actually do a couple of things different. We have a point buy system, and usually we just sort of ask our guests what they think of their character wise. So you wouldn't have to worry about that at all today. So no math for you today. You don't have to worry about math.
Sweet.
You worked really hard. Just here to enjoy answering questions. about your own personal little creation. So are you ready to go, Kira?
Yes.
Awesome! So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the race, because that's the most important part of the character. And I'm going to go through a long list of names. Some of the names of races you'll recognize, some of them you won't. If anything you don't recognize but sounds really cool, you can go ahead and ask and we'll give you the full information on that. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, cool. So, starting off, you could be an Arakakra, an Azimar, a Bugbear, a Dragonborn, a Dwarf, an Elf, a Furbolg, a Gensai, a Gnome, a Goblin, a Goliath.
I don't know what most of these are.
I know. That's why we're just writing down the names. Some of them you won't recognize, and then
Can I be the Goblin Queen? Because I love the Goblin King, and he's very sexy.
Ooh, so you want to be a Goblin?
Well, I don't know, maybe. I mean, if it gets me up close and personal with David Bowie, hell yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you could possibly be a gnome star. I'm trying to think of like the most.
Yeah, he actually had a song back in like 1967 called The Laughing Gnome. See, I told you I know like weird random trivia.
Ooh, that is.
But I mean, dragons sounds interesting too because I like dragons.
Well, I haven't gone through the entire list yet, and
okay, yeah, I'm jumping the gun here.
No, it's all good. Like I said, I'm gonna continue reading the list, and things that may not seem to be recognizable, I'll go ahead and explain if the name sounds cool to you.
Okay.
Goliath, half elf, half orc, halfling, hobgoblin, human, kenku, kobold, lizard folk, orc, tabaxi, tiefling, triton, and yuan-ti.
So what's the difference between a goblin and a hobgoblin, out of curiosity?
A hobgoblin, I believe, is sort of just more taller, and because goblins tend to be 3 to 4 feet tall. A hobgoblin is very tall, with elven-like ears, very red skin, and tend to have a very fiery temper.
Okay, that sounds kind of interesting. We can think of that as a possibility, but I don't know like a lot of the others what those mean.
Right. Well, I mean, if they sound cool, we're happy to explain whatever sounds awesome to you. You don't have to know everything, but you can. All you need to do is just know the things that sound cool and fun to you.
All right.
So, does anything from the list sound interesting, exciting, or intriguing at all?
I mean, yeah, a lot of it, like the Dragonborn sounded interesting. The lizard one maybe. I don't know. There's one that sounded like, I don't remember the exact name, but it sounded like Tifa. I'm just thinking of like
Tiefling.
Final Fantasy. Okay, what's that?
A tiefling is a unique creature, usually purple skin, has a little bit of demonic descent. It has the legs of a ram. It has the torso and arms of a humanoid, and it has a head with very sharp vampiric teeth with ram horns and a lizard-like tail usually.
Huh.
And they have beady eyes, and their irises and their eyes are all the same color.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. I feel like I sort of want to be something that looks kind of human, but is, like maybe something sort of human, but like with elf ears. I don't know. I feel like that's a really
That would be
generic
a
answer
half elf.
Okay.
Which is half human, half elf, for the most part. Where they are humanoid, but do have very small designed elven-like ears.
I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but I feel like everyone probably picks something like that, huh?
Believe it or not, we only have had one person choose that, and that was, let's see, that was like last season. So nobody has chosen half-elf this season, I don't think. I know, let's see, Aaron Fitzgerald chose Kenku, which is sort of like raven people.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of dragonborns, some humans, and some elves, but not a half elf.
Okay, well, I'll do that then. That sounds fun.
All right, half elf is awesome. They are truly awesome people, and they have a unique type of special ability with stats, but you don't have to worry about that. I hate to sound like a Pokemon professor, but my next question is are you a male or a female?
I'll be a female.
All right. And what is the age of your half elf? Half elves can live to be about almost 1,000.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know, let's say like 300. That's
300?
kind of arbitrary, but why not?
That's it's good.
So old enough to be sort of wise, but not like super wise.
Yeah. You reach the demographic for 300 forever. Or forever 300. There we go. That's the chain. And how tall is your half elf?
How tall? Like, are they normally taller than humans? Shorter?
They
About the same?
because of elven traits, they predominantly usually are taller than humans, they're or just about as short as a human would be tall.
Okay, so maybe like 6 feet?
6 foot even is definitely possible. We can do that for you.
Or if you want it to not be even, you can add a few inches, subtract a few inches.
No. This is your character. This is your special day. This is like your birthday. This is gonna be great. How much does your half elf person weigh?
Mm,
Are they very slim and elegant in design, or are they strong and muscular and powerful?
I kind of want to say slim and elegant because I am not slim or elegant in real life. So I'm going to
Oh,
make my
please.
character be, be cool looking, but a little muscle, kind of like
All
that
right.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing going on.
Sure, like 130 to 140 pounds.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. All right. I dig it. I like where this is going. So, we're going to talk about alignment now, which is basically your character's moral compass. Lawful means you have a lot of standards for your own life, and you're very big on obeying whatever rules are applied to you or applied to yourself. Neutral is you don't really care, and you're kind of like, I could be this, I could be that. I could follow the rules if I want to. I don't have to follow the rules if I want to. Chaotic just means you're crazy, and then there's 3 different types of those. There's good, there's neutral, and then there's evil.
Hmm. I kind of want to go with crazy because I feel like it would be fun, but more like good crazy rather than evil.
So
Does that
then
make sense? I mean, you
it
mentioned there's the
does.
different ones,
It
so
does. So you could be
like
chaotic good or
crazy.
chaotic neutral.
Um, Let's do chaotic neutral.
All right. All right. Just crazy altogether. I like it.
Yeah, but I would say like more along the lines of like wanting the right thing to be done and not being afraid to go after people who do something morally wrong, if that makes sense, which is kind of why I was thinking more on the good side of things, but
Kind of like how One Punch Man's like a hero for fun, and he's crazy.
yeah. Yeah, that's exactly.
I like that. I like that a lot. So now to move on to the classes um, that uh, that are listed here. I'm going to go over a list of classes, and then within those classes are subclasses. But fortunately, you're only going to start out as level 1, so you really don't have to worry about that too much. But I'm going to go ahead and run the list of classes, and then whatever you need specific information on, then I will explain to you. Fortunately, there's very little classes, and they're all pretty self-explanatory from knowledge of video games and other things. So you might recognize some of these classes from Fire Emblem.
Oh.
So you might feel right at home. So you could be a rogue, barbarian, bard, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, ranger, sorcerer, warlock, wizard, and those are your choices.
What's a druid again? I
A
forget.
druid, I like to call them vegan wizards. Basically, they're elemental magic users. They use the elements of the earth, like earth, wind, water, and fire.
I like that, and that reminds me of the band Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I love that
But
band.
yeah, that I mean that sounds interesting. And then what does a paladin do again? I feel like I should know that, but
Paladins are essentially holy warriors. They have a deity or a god or goddess assigned to them, and then the paladins have different oaths that carry out different things.
okay. Yeah, I think I want to be a druid.
All right, druids are awesome, and let's see. I'm gonna run down a list of backgrounds now, and I'm gonna run by the titles, and whatever you think fits uh, the background story that you have in mind of your character, you go ahead and tell me.
All
All right.
right.
All right. It's a very long list, so are you ready to go?
All right.
All right. Let's do this. You could be an acolyte, a charlatan, a city watch, a clan crafter, cloistered scholar, courier, criminal, entertainer, faction agent, far traveler, folk hero, guild artisan, hermit, inheritor, knight of the order, a mercenary veteran, noble, outlander, sage, sailor, soldier, urban bounty hunter, urchin, youth Gart tribe member, and watered Havian noble.
Can I be either a sailor or an entertainer?
Which one would you like?
I'll be a sailor because I was just listening to a David Bowie song about that. So yeah.
Which one?
Red Sails. And he used to like go by that name on message boards apparently, so
Interesting.
yeah.
I'm gonna put in your IMDb for the pub quizzes that you're a huge David Bowie fan.
I
I'm
think anybody knows that who follows me for like 2 seconds.
on which social media?
Oh, on anything. I'm always talking about him.
I need to pay attention to your Twitter more because I go, oh wow, she landed this amazing gig, and then I guess I need to contact Major Tom because I'm just not
Yeah.
getting anything.
That or I tweet about my cats a lot.
That I know about. I've seen pictures of your cats. They're adorable. So I'm gonna. So now that is handled. So your character's background is they are a sailor, a druid of the seven seas, if you will.
Hmm.
And so now on to skills. And skills are basically a series of things you can roll for stat wise. If I ask you to do a specific task, or you want to do a specific task, I'll say, okay, roll this skill. And then basically, if you're proficient in these, you get a higher bonus, which means once you roll these, you get a high number bonus with whatever you roll plus your bonus. And then you're more likely to succeed than other skills.
Okay.
So, for example, your sailor background makes you proficient in athletics. So, if I need you to do athletic type checks to succeed, say, for example, hurtling over a fence gracefully and cool like, then you're more likely to succeed than trying to figure out what a magic device is with an arcana check because you're not proficient in it.
Right.
So that's kind of like how it works with these kind of stats, and then we'll go to the core stats in a second. But I'm going to run down a list of skills that you can be proficient in, and you tell me what you think you would like to be proficient in. Right now, because you're a sailor, you're proficient in athletics, and you're proficient in perception, which means you're very good at looking for things. If I told you to play a game of I Spy, you would succeed. It's pretty much what I'm
Okay.
telling you. So I'm gonna run down the list of skills, and you tell me 4 skills you'd like to be can't talk today. Proficient in, uh, for your character. Sounds good.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So you can be proficient in acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, deception, history, insight, intimidation, investigation, medicine, nature, performance, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, stealth, or survival.
So entertaining, you said was one of them, or performance?
Performance, yes.
Yeah, I want to do that.
All right.
Investigation for sure.
Sure.
So I like that kind of stuff. What was Arcana? What is that?
Basically, if you found a magic device or found something magic, you would be able to go like, aha, I know what that is.
Okay, but you said my character's like not really good at that kind of stuff anyway.
No, your character's not good at that right now, but you can choose for them to be good at it. And technically, your character is a magic user. They are a vegan wizard.
Okay, so I mean that sounds cool if it wouldn't contradict the whole like what my character's naturally good at or what have you.
No, no, no. It's just
It could be
additional
a skill
stuff.
that she developed, like, hey, I'm going to overcompensate for this, right?
Exactly. Especially when she became a magic user, she would be very proficient in that kind of stuff.
And okay, I'm trying to think of what the other ones were.
I'm happy to read them back. You don't have to fight for your memory.
Okay, sure, yes, just so I can get the last one.
Okay, cool. Acrobatics, animal handling, deception, history, insight, intimidation, medicine, nature, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, stealth, or survival.
Intimidation.
Ooh, want to be intimidating. All right, that's cool. I dig it
I'm
too.
already intimidating according to people. Why not?
Are you? I think you're a
Yes,
very
which always
sweet human being.
well, yeah, I think it's before people talk to me, they think I'm intimidating and then they talk to me and realize I'm just kind of weird.
No, I think you're just awesome. That's weird is awesome. You're pure
I just
definition of
get told a
awesome.
lot before people talk to me that they are intimidated to talk to me and I'm like, "Why? Don't be."
That seems like an interesting thing to bring up. Like, hey, I'm talking to you now. I feel a lot comfortable. By the way, you were intimidating before I talked to you. Well, all right
Yeah,
then.
people
How do I
say
deal with
that.
that information? It's strange. Um,
A lot of people get that. I mean, some of my cosplayer friends are like, "Oh, I figured you wouldn't talk to me because I'm not like a high-level cosplayer." And they're like, "What? No." But I mean, people just I guess kind of build things up in their mind like, "Oh, this person won't want to talk to me if I'm not good at this or if I don't
mm,
know." I mean, I'm sure I get that way with people too. Like, I think, "Oh, this person's too cool to talk to me or whatever," but I'm just really awkward, so I don't get why anybody would think that about me, but I guess it's cuz they don't know that yet.
yeah, they don't know you personally, and it's just like just trying to get over that social awkwardness of like we have no means of connecting to each other except maybe we might relate to something. It is an awkward way how we handle it in society, but I think you're a very approachable and awesome person. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this show.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on this show. Um,
Anyway,
Anyway, so we're working on core stats here, and I'm gonna just ask you questions about your character, and that way you don't have to worry about math at all today. You can just sit back, relax, drink your glass of wine or whatever you do if you don't drink alcohol, and just listen to the bliss of my voice asking you a series of questions in a fake personality test. All right,
okay.
so we're gonna go. Is your character strong?
Yeah.
Like strong or strong strong?
Um, like normally strong, not super OP, but obviously trained to be kind of adept at things. Like you mentioned, athletics. So I would imagine that she would be kind of fit and, at least like able to lift things, carry things, throw things, that sort of stuff. Not like, crazy strength necessarily, but adept at those sorts of things.
All right, cool. Is your character very dexterous?
Um, Probably not particularly. Like a little bit clumsy.
All right,
Because
fair
I just
enough.
like this idea of like this kind of clumsy half elf that's like, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Sorry, I turned your brother into water. Whoops, just stumbled. Does your character have good stamina?
Um, yeah, like
Well, they're very
maybe,
athletic.
mm-hmm,
So,
probably around average actually.
fair enough. Fair enough. I will accept that. Is your character intelligent?
Um, yeah, like a little bit above average, not crazy, but
Fair enough.
I mean, I feel like because she also makes those rash decisions like we talked about, so I mean, even maybe if she is somewhat intelligent. She doesn't always use her logical mind to decide things.
That is very true. Is your druid very wise, though?
Um, Somewhat wise, like we mentioned, kind of like not as old as some of them are, so she still looks to her elders for guidance, we will say, but also can, sort of mentor the younger character. So she's somewhere in between, like she's wise enough to guide those less experienced, but also looks to
Mm.
others for guidance.
She's part of like this druid village, and she's like one of the best teachers around right now.
Yeah, like I know I feel like a lot of my answers are like, well, kind of in the middle, but I feel like it's not very fun to just make your character be the best at everything. Like you've got to have them be like, no,
Yeah,
there are times when I can't do this or whatever.
nobody's perfect. Even make believe characters, which is very true. Um, is your character very charismatic?
um, Not terribly, like can try when need be, but other times, kind of going with the slightly clumsy, like she's probably better at handling the tasks, like you mentioned, like going and finding things and this and that, and maybe like the other members of the party would be the ones who go and try to be charming or what have you.
Yeah, they
She would
would
be more
not
on the
be the
sidelines doing the
negotiator.
other stuff. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that is understandable. Now, would you like a dagger or a mace?
I'll go with a dagger.
Fair enough. Very cool. You always gotta have one by your side. And that about does it, but there's only one question left, my friend. What is your name?
Oh, that's gonna be hard. I can't think of something cool on the spot.
This is usually where the show becomes 45 minutes.
Right? So I feel like you need something kind of cool and mythical sounding, but that,
This is medieval fantasy.
yeah. I don't know. How do people usually come up with their character names?
Oh, there's a lot of different things. Some people look up name generators. Some people just think about what they just ate. Some people try to butcher names really hard. And then some people ask me to read from the player's handbook the suggested half-elf names or whatever names they
You know,
suggest for their race.
that might be kind of a good idea because, I mean, and we could always modify it a little if we need to, but if there's something that sounds cool, then
True, true. We can definitely do that. All right, let me pull up the half-elves from the player's handbook.
my cat decided to knock some things off my desk.
Which
Cool.
one?
Well, the most hyper of the four cats decided to like hit things off my makeup table.
Is that how many you have in total? 4?
Mm-hmm.
I beat you. I have 6.
Oh, I would have more if I could, but
Do you
I'm in
want
like
to
a
take?
small apartment.
Do you want to take my kitten?
Oh, I love kittens. I work with kittens.
Aw.
Do you have any pumpkin spice cats?
Are you talking about orange cats?
Mm-hmm.
I do. I love orange cats. They're like the.
Nice. My youngest one is.
Aw, I've always found this is strange. I've always found orange cats to be the most relaxed, just like the most chilled. I don't know what's with them, but like if they have orange fur, they've always been just like chill and just hanging out and whatnot. They've never been
I don't
in
know.
anybody's grill.
Some of our pumpkin spice lattes at work are pretty hyper.
Sorry, you have pumpkin spice latte cats at work?
Yes. Because that's what they look like, little pumpkin spice lattes. You're never gonna unthink that whenever you see
I'm
orange cats.
never gonna unthink that. I'm just gonna go like, Kira, you did this to me. Oh man.
Yeah, mine is actually just sitting there right now. He's being good.
It's good kitty. Good kitty. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go through the names, but I personally just feel like if we just talked about that until the end of the show, I would have been happy about pumpkin spice latte cats. That's the best thing I've heard all day right now. All right, so let's see. Names. Let's look at names. All right, so they say check out human or elf names because they tend to go with that. Would you like to look at human names or elf names first?
Elf names.
All right.
Because I was imagining her looking a little bit more on the elf side.
More elvish. Is her mother elvish or is her father?
Yeah, I think mother would be elvish.
Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. Let's go ahead and look at these names. All right. So, female adult names for elves is Adri, Althea, Anastriana, Andraste, Anituna, these names. Antinua, Bethrina, Berial, Kalian, Drusilla, Enna, Philosia. I'm just thinking about the YouTube comments after this.
Yeah,
Just
I'm like,
going
how do we even pronounce half of these?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a lot of like those homonyms where basically they have it in parentheses of how you actually pronounce these. Somebody's gonna kill me for this. Ileania, Jelenith, Keelith, Lashana, Leah, Morelli, Mieli, Navara, Quellina, Quillith, Sari, Serial, Shanaria, Shava, Salaki, Verasta, Thea, Vadania, Valanthi, and Xanaphia.
I kind of like, I know you just went through that whole list. I kind of like the first one you mentioned because it was nice and simple and cute.
Adri?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fair enough. Let's see. Where is it? There's, alright, cool.
We could even call, like, her full name could be Adriana or something if you want.
Adri, and then last name?
Oh, we have to choose the last name too. I don't even know what kind of last names that they would have. So we might have to.
Ooh, I have a suggestion.
Is there a guide? Yeah, go for it.
Maybe like choose the name of a David Bowie song and then like find like and then put it in Google Translate to a different language. Is there a David Bowie song about flowers?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
You diehard David Bowie fan.
No, it's usually they're more about like stars and space and that kind of stuff.
All right, cool.
So maybe something to do with the moon, like
yes.
Let's do like something like moon dust and translate that, yeah?
Oh, okay, yeah. What language?
I don't know. What's something that sounds elvish?
Vietnamese.
If you say so.
Sure. I was just taking a random stab. I was like, I guess Vietnam because I'm going there soon, maybe.
Oh, cool.
I'm excited. I'm going there for a breakdancing competition. It's going to be exciting. Let's see, moon dust. Bui Mat Trong, which means dust moon.
Huh.
Oh, and then there's Mat Trong, which means moon.
Or we could just like search for moon or something that might be simpler.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll get moon. Which is Mat Trong.
Okay, we can do that if you want.
Or I mean, it's up to you. This is your character. I'm not gonna steer it for you. I'm gonna let you decide. If would you maybe like Japanese or something fancy? I don't know.
Well, I already know what that is, but I feel like that would make me sound like too much of a. I mean, I am kind of a weeaboo about certain things, but um, what about like we could check maybe I don't know, like Romanian or something. I don't know.
Sure. Let's check Romanian. I would
Let's
love
just
this.
check a few and see what we like the best.
Yeah, all right. I'm down with that. All right, let's see. Romanian. Luna.
Well, okay, that sounds too much like making the last name Luna sounds like I'm an edgy 13-year-old on Facebook trying to sound dark.
Luna Blackcross is my name.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, Blackcross, Jesus. Um, we love you, Luna. Let's check Hebrew, just cause.
Okay.
Cool. I can't even read that. I forgot how to read Hebrew. Nope. Never mind. Any any suggestions?
Russian?
Russian. Sure. Luna.
Oh.
Italian. Italian always sounds cool and very romantic.
I bet that's Luna too. I'm not
Yes, it
joking.
is. It is Luna. For God's sakes, what is German? Mond.
We're just gonna go through all the languages.
Mond. Let's see. Is Adri Mond? Mond? No. Okay. Cool. There's a language called Basque, and I always I'm misreading it as burlesque. It's so weird. Chinese. Let's try that. Yu Liang. Nope.
Yeah, I feel like I would mess up pronouncing it.
What is Danish? What is that? Maine? 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 It's Mane. Maine? Let's see how it's pronounced in here. Mona? Oh, okay. It is Maine.
It's like
What kind of like accent are you trying to reach for this?
I'm not. I'm thinking of something like kind of maybe like Eastern European
Ooh,
or like
how? Ooh, I got Greek sounds cool.
Okay, let's see what that is.
Fengari.
Sure, I'll take it.
Sure. All right. Fengari. All right, and then Adri Fengari. That rolls off the tongue nicely. All right, with that, what would Adri Fengari sound like? I asked this with all my voice actors and actresses.
Oh, I would imagine a voice that's kind of like more deep and raspy, sort of like this.
Adri Raspy. Raspy. I like that.
Kind of like tough, but also sort of like definitely like softer and more texture than my voice and a little deeper, you know?
Yeah.
I probably sound ridiculous talking like this.
No, you sound really cool. You sound cool. Don't ever doubt yourself, Adri. Believe in yourself. Believe in the heart of the druid. But with that, we have your character created. And with that, we would like to offer you to come back to the season finale, where we bring back all the guests, like Aaron Fitzgerald and Chris Neozy and Kellen
Chris
Goff.
was on it. I was just streaming with him.
Nice! We're gonna bring you all back, and we're gonna have you fight to the death. And then the winner gets a T-shirt.
Yeah, I think Karina mentioned that, and I was like, that sounds fun.
We would love to have you, and the winner gets gets their illustrated character on a T-shirt.
Wow!
So there's real prizes. Exciting. But at any rate, before we go, Kira, just quick question: do you have a body?
Yeah. I mean, are there some without bodies?
Maybe. Do you need clothes on said body?
Yeah, or at least like some cool armor.
Yes. Well, you can with awesome nerdy clothing lines from Gameplaywear, that's wear.bigcartel.com, and keep up to date in the description below of our promo codes with our sponsor, and you can get free shipping, discount on specific clothes and items, and we're even getting new tabletop and D&D shirts with them soon. So,
Yay!
check out our sponsor. We love you, Gameplaywear. We love you very much. And with that, we love Kira very much for coming on the show. Thank you, my friend, for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I hope you had a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to hopefully having you on the finale to fight to the death.
Hey, if I'm available, that sounds like fun.
Hell yeah, we would love to have you, and hopefully you'll live. But in the meantime, guys, be sure to check out Kira. Where could people specifically find you, Kira?
I'm on Twitter. That's the place I'm most active on, and my handle is spelled RINACHAN, or you can just look up my name if you're lazy. Same for Facebook. It's also the URL for that is /Kira Voices. But again, if you just like search for me, I am on Instagram as Killer Coffee Queen, but I don't post there often. And usually when I do, it's pictures of my cats. So,
Well, meow meow. So, with that being said, also be sure to check us out, Brewbusters. We have our episodes starting to be uploaded on our channel with Ryan Akaba and Corinna and a bunch of other cool people. And yeah, thank you so much again for coming on, Kira. I had a lot of fun creating your character, and I'm excited to see Adrian in the heat of battle.
yes,
Let us see.
with her dagger.
Yes, a dagger. Who needs spells when I can stab out your heart? That's power, pure power, women power. Go women power. Anyways, we love you guys very much, and we hope you have a beautiful night. Bye!
Yay! Bye!